border security. Joining us now from Canberra, Treasurer Josh Frydenberg. Treasurer, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning to you.
Look, the government insists there was no secret deal made with Jackie Lambie. We've spoken to her office. It has confirmed an agreement was made. Why shouldn't we know about this deal? Why are you covering it up?
Well, Kochie, there's no cover-up here. What the Prime Minister was asked is exactly the question, was there a special deal? And he was quite emphatic yesterday when he said there has been no commitment other than to implement our policies. And obviously we're getting rid of this bad legislation, and obviously we've been very successful when it comes to strong border protection.
Why would Jackie Lambie's office say, yes, an agreement was made?
Well, we haven't made any commitments other than to implement our policies, and we've closed 17 detention centres. We've removed every child out of detention, and obviously we've ensured that not only no lives have been lost at sea, but also that more money has been saved for the budget, and that's been what the ramifications of a very strong and successful border protection policy. But the Prime Minister was very clear. The only commitments that have been given have been out to implement our existing policies.
OK. All right, let's talk the economy. Australia's economic growth for the quarter was 0.4%, 1.7% for the year. 29th consecutive year of positive economic growth. That's the good news. But consumer spending at 0.1%, the lowest since the GFC. Are you baffled about what's going on in the economy here, that you're putting in stimulus, but everyone's paying down debt and saving it rather than spending?
Well, these numbers actually show the remarkable resilience of the Australian economy, Kochie, and while other major economies like the United Kingdom, like Germany, like South Korea and Singapore have all experienced negative economic growth, Australia continues to grow. Now, my job as Treasurer and the Prime Minister's job is to put more money into the pockets of Australians, and what we saw in these numbers was that household disposable income had its fastest rise in a decade, but it's up to your viewers to decide whether they pay down their debts or whether they spend it at the local shops. That's a matter for them.
It's almost as if they don't trust the future, saying, oh, I'd like to spend it, but no, I'm a bit uncertain, I'll save it, or pay down debt and be conservative.
Well, there's definitely trade tensions abroad which have undermined global economic confidence. We've seen that, as well as obviously the devastating drought that's affected two-thirds of Queensland and 95% of New South Wales, and that's probably playing into to the concerns of consumers. But ultimately, you put more money, as we are, into their pockets, it will be spent over time.
OK. Treasurer, thanks for joining us. Here's Sam.
Good to be with you.
Thanks,